Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here once again for our Wednesday night Facebook Live. We have the biggest announcement of the year so far coming to you. If you have been following us, you know the hype has been there ever since they came onto the show about a month and a half, 2 months ago. They did their initial presentation here, right here on Generational Wealth Wednesday, talking about how we can network with one another to create generational wealth, not just for us, but for our families. So I am glad to announce, if you have been following me on Facebook all day today, all day yesterday, you know we have a big announcement that's coming from one of the largest, fastest growing logistics company in the Midwest. No other than our very own. If you have been trying to figure out how to get involved in logistics, if you have tried to figure out who you should be networking with, you no longer have to search. We are here to talk about. They have a big announcement. I'm not even going to take the privilege of allowing myself to come in and introduce today. Today, I'm happy to announce Billy Higgins, James Byers, Scott Nichols. They are the CEOs and owners, lock, stock, and barrel of Wise Men Logistics. Without any further ado, welcome to the show tonight, Wise Men Logistics.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
for having
Cepeda.
us on.
All righty. Thank you guys for coming in. I know that you guys have a big announcement. Tell me, what is the announcement? What is all this hype about? What did Billy call me in the middle of the night telling me what is going on over there at Wise Men Logistics?
So, as you know, Wiseman Logistics previously or currently just provided services for Amazon, one of the world's largest logistics company, and we provide service for them doing anywhere from 20 to 40 routes a day. And now what we've done, we've just inked a deal with FedEx here locally, a 2-year
What?
contract. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
hold on. Slow down. Ladies and gentlemen, did you guys catch it? They just inked a deal with FedEx, one of the largest carriers in the world. This local company, these brothers in our community, the cavalry is not coming. The creek is rose. The levee is giving way. It's up to us to save us. These brothers put together their own minds, their own companies, put their resources together, and guess what? They just inked a what now, Billy?
We just inked a 2-year deal with FedEx here locally to provide logistics service for them.
Wow. So tell me a little bit, what does that mean for our community, and what does that mean for Wise Men Logistics?
Before we get there, I'll let Scott and JB get into that part as far as what it means for the community and what it means for Wiseman Logistics. But one thing I want to say is, without a doubt, there's not too many minority-owned, Black-owned logistics company that have their logos next to Amazon and FedEx. It's a very limited number, and we take a lot of pride in what we do at Wiseman Logistics. And we're able to have a working relationship with both Amazon and FedEx. But I'll leave it to Scott and James to elaborate what it will mean for the community and what it will mean for Wiseman Logistics.
So yeah, thanks, Cepeda. We appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much, kind of, for what you do and giving us this platform. But you know, for Wiseman Logistics, it kind of completes our logistical circle. We wanted to, it's almost like you want to make a big splash with a big company, and then you want to be consistent in the race. Amazon was our initial kind of get, and then now with FedEx, we think our circle, our donut hole is really completing itself. Community speaking, it allows us to, I don't want to make it sound bigger than it is, but change lives.
Hold up. Slow down. It is bigger than what it really is, because when I come into our community, I don't see us doing that. I see us on liquor store bottles. I see us on TV shooting a basketball. I see us entertaining in that area. But you guys are taking it to a technology area, which is where we're going. So I'm celebrating what you guys are doing. You guys are game changers. Okay, you guys are game changers. What made you choose FedEx? What made you guys choose FedEx?
Yeah, and I'll let Jay. Yeah, but just to complete it, Cepeda, we've always said a few things in our business model. One is iron sharp iron, and I'm with two of the downest, dopest, smartest brothers on earth. And the second thing we always say is we are more than a profit and loss statement company.
Right.
So bottom line matters, but changing lives matters more when we add this FedEx component to it. I mean, we might be close to 80 to 100 employees at the end of the day, and
Okay.
those are 80 to 100 lives we are changing.
Wow. Wow. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, the news is breaking. WISEMEN Logistics just inked a deal with Amazon and FedEx for 2 years. That is huge in our community. And also, they're hiring, and they have at least 180 to 100 employees with them at the moment. So once again, we're betting on ourselves. We didn't have to go outside of our community. We stayed within our community. These brothers look like us, act like us, and they talk like us. So once again, we did not have to go outside of our community. We didn't have to go and sell ourselves to the world to get to where we're at. They came to us. We provided a service, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
we are here. We're here to stay. If you guys have been following what we've been doing over here at Generational Wealth Wednesdays, they are the epitome of what we do here at Man Capital Generational Wealth Wednesdays. I got some questions to ask. What did you guys have to do? What did you guys have to do to be set up with FedEx?
Well, first of all, we have to show self-approved workmen that need not be ashamed.
Okay.
Yes,
Y'all had
sir.
to come on to the show. Y'all had to come on to the show. And man, we have to validate y'all in our community, give you some hood credit. With
That's
that's
right.
that company that Billy that you had hoods.
Hoods.
Yes.
You had to have some hoods credit. All right.
No, doing our due diligence, which you must do in any endeavor that you get into. We sought out and did a lot of research. We decided to partner ourselves with two of the largest logistics companies in the world because we are world changers. Our community is the world. Our community is not our neighborhood; it's the entire world, and we want to change lives in every aspect of this world that we can.
Okay. So what was did you guys have to get some financial backing to do this, or how did you guys what was some of the things so that our viewers can know it's not so far outreach that they can do it too?
Billy,
I'm sorry, I missed it. My screen went blank. Sorry about
Okay.
that.
What I asked is that what type of financial backing, if any, did you guys need to do this?
So Amazon and FedEx, they're both set up a little bit different. So we are working with the local bank to get additional working capital to purchase additional vans. So we're going to have a true logistics fleet, and we'll be hiring a logistics maintenance person. So we're going to continue to invest in WISEMEN Logistics and with the three of us. And
Okay.
we did have to go to an institution for additional financing.
Okay. So did you guys have to have collateral? What did that look like for our buyers, for our viewers? What did you guys have to have? Did you guys have to have collateral or something?
Good question. So what we have to do, we put together a proposal for one, a financial statement for the bank showing them our net worth. And then we are also with the additional vans we're going to purchase. That's going to be part of the collateral for the security of the loan.
Okay, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't given to them. Once again, they had to do a business plan, right? They had
Yeah.
to do a marketing analysis. They had to do a financial analysis. All of those things they had to do. And guess what? I'm sure that they brought their resources together, and then they presented it to the financial institution of their choice that was able to in the process of securing financing. Now, did you guys have to have the financing before you guys got the contract, or is that something that you guys was able to do while you guys are growing?
Well, they're going side by side. While we're inking the project, we were still getting the. We did the initial part of getting the financing, so we know we needed that capital. We started that process while we're working with FedEx as well.
Wow. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are hearing it firsthand how a major logistics company in the Midwest started off from ground zero. He said, one, they had to come up with a business plan. But before they had the business plan, they had to work with one another. They had to look out for one another. They had to come up with other ideas, getting outside of their comfort zone and work with one another to come up with a company that we can call great. Mr. Byers, he has his own company. Mr. Nichols, he has his own company. Billy had his own company. But when they came together, they developed a powerful company, and we're celebrating them today. Then he said that, hey, not only that, that wasn't enough, right? That wasn't enough. You would think that that would be enough for you guys to start to feel a little bit more comfortable, just feeling good about yourself that you guys had a company. Uh, that wasn't enough, right? So what drove you guys to say this is just the start. This is just the bottom of where we start. We want to go to a higher level. What made you guys think that you guys can go to FedEx and put together a business plan and secure the contract? What made you think that you guys could do it?
You know what helps, Cepeda, is it's easier to go to FedEx when you can show a winning track record at Amazon.
Mhm.
Wow.
So that really helped us with our FedEx street cred when you come in to say we're one of the top, franchises in our community with Amazon. So I'm sure that perks up FedEx's ears to say maybe these brothers do know what they're doing. So I think that helped. And then secondly, Cepeda, I don't want to fool the viewers. You've got to invest in yourself too. You've got to be willing
Right.
to dig in your own pockets and have some blind faith, which means you really got to believe in what your mission statement is. So when you look at all those things involved, I think that helped us say, Billy, JB, man, what about FedEx? That's
Right.
another marketable name brand delivery company. And that kind of sparked us.
Wow. So you guys came up, said, hey, y'all had a game plan when you first started, right?
Yep.
So there's an old saying that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail.
Right.
So not only did you guys hold each other accountable, but you guys was able to hold FedEx accountable. Okay, because you guys are saying, hey, not only are we the number one logistics company in our community, and I emphasize in our community, not only are we the number one logistics company, but guess what? We can take your company to the next level, right? So now, did you guys get any pushback?
We really didn't receive any pushback. I think, as I said earlier, when you do your due diligence, when you've studied, when you've planned, when you have the groundwork that we have laid, things they usually kind of fall in place. I must say. We
Okay.
really didn't get any feedback from FedEx. We still have to go through all the channels. Don't get me wrong. Nothing comes easy. Nothing worthwhile comes. So we still have to go through all the channels, but we were prepared for each obstacle that they threw at us.
Now, I'm going to ask a personal question to each one of you guys. Could you have done this by yourself?
I'll go first. Hell no.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
My
No.
language, I'm sorry, but no. No. I think and that's the most, we consult with some other startup companies in the Amazon DSP franchise field. And the first thing we tell them is you cannot be the smartest person in your circle. You cannot. You got to surround yourself with people that do not always think like you, and you got to have a meeting of the mind to agree with things that maybe you wouldn't. And it's just it's about business compromising. And I'm telling you, with Billy and JB, they make it easy for you. They make it real easy.
Wow. So, Billy, what about you? Because you had a successful franchise. So did Scott Nichols. You had a successful franchise. You could have easily said, "Hey, you know what? I'm good. Um, let me just relax for a minute." And that never happened.
No, I could. There's no way in the world especially what we have now. There's no way I could have built it by myself. And then what we plan on to do even more in the future. The three of us are working well together. We have a 3-year plan. We have plans in place for the growth of Wiseman Logistics, and there's no way I could have done it by myself. That's why I love having these brothers with me every day, either via phone call, meeting, FaceTime. We'll talk daily.
Wow. So once again, brothers, sisters too, y'all hearing it. There's strength when we start to work together, when we network together, when we put our ideas together, we can get to the next level, right? Mr. Byers.
Nowhere in the world could have done it by myself.
You had a successful company. Come on now. You was hold up now. You was on the Super Bowl thing. You was at the All-Star game. You talked about it. I have it on record.
Yeah.
So you were very successful before you actually got in with Mr. Nichols and Mr. Higgins.
Right.
You could have done this by yourself.
And we're taking it to a whole nother level.
So there's no way. So I want to make sure that I'm hearing this right. You're saying that you couldn't do it.
This ain't the ending point. This is the beginning point. So all we did was took another step. We just took another rung on the ladder. So, to some it may seem like a giant leap. To us, it was just another step on the rung as we're climbing the ladder.
Yeah.
And Cepeda, one more thing too. I think it hammers the point that when you surround yourself with sharp metal thinkers, it allows me to be a State Farm agent in my real life for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
It allows
Mm-hmm.
James Byers to do what he does with the buses and the buildings, and it allowed Billy to do his thing with his business. So, again, it just comes back to not only what your vision is, but more importantly, who you surround yourself with when trying to reach your vision.
Wow. So this is where I think that in our community, this is where I think that we sometimes miss the boat. We think that sharing our wealth with one another sometimes can be a distraction because I can't get all of the pie.
Yep.
Sometimes too much pie make you sick.
That's
so
right.
so once again, you guys need to be celebrated because I asked each one of you guys the ultimate question. This is the elephant in the room. Why is it that you guys couldn't do it by yourself? Why is it? Because you guys are making it very clear. It's because I didn't have the brain that Billy did. And Billy said I didn't have the brains that Mr. Byers did. And then Mr. Byers said I couldn't even be here if it wasn't for Scott. So once again, when we begin to work together as a community, then I believe this, brothers, and you guys can kind of chime in. When we start to work together as a community, then guess what happens? I think we'll stop the violence in our community. I think that we'll stop a lot of the miseducation of our people in our community. I think that we can have better politicians and better school systems and better police departments when we begin to do things like what you guys are doing. Then that stops us, and it makes us take a step back and say, "Hey, listen, we can do this. Not I can do this. I say we can do this." What is some of the magic sauce, if you guys would share this with us? What is some of the magic sauce that made your company, WISEMEN Logistics, so valuable to FedEx?
Before we get there, I want to talk about working together.
Okay.
You had mentioned previously on May the 11th, I think it's a Wednesday. There's a company in Lafayette, Indiana called Black Dot Logistics. Kevin, Daryl, and Byron. We went up there on that day to help them get up and running. So we're not here. WISEMEN Logistics is here for us, but we're also here to help us as well.
Wow. Wow.
So we work with other companies and get them up and going. And they're doing an Amazon logistics company, but we wanted to help them get them off on the right foot.
So hold up, Billy. Before we go any further, I want to make sure I heard this right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is groundbreaking. This is groundbreaking here.
I don't know about that.
The company just received a major contract from FedEx and Amazon, and here they are on our show talking about how they helped another African-American company, right, that is doing the exact same thing that they are doing.
Yeah.
Now that, to me, is what generational wealth is all about. The Calvary is not coming, ladies and gentlemen. The Calvary has come. The creek is rose, the levee is given way. You can't ask for a better example than that. You couldn't ask for a better role model, the blueprint. This is how you become a Fortune 500 company, ladies and gentlemen, because we can hold these brothers accountable, and they are holding us accountable to support them because they're doing what they need to do. What made you guys decide to help out somebody else, Billy?
We did it purely because, for one of the guys we've known for quite some time, over 30 years. And the other two guys they reached out to us and said, "Hey, can y'all help us?"
So hold up. So they reached out to a company that is look like them, act like them,
right,
think like them, speak like them, and they asked them for help in our community, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't go outside and pay $50 million to a company to come in and do a consulting.
Right.
They came in and said, "Listen, y'all are my brothers. I need y'all to help us create wealth for us and our family. And we ain't gonna be a part of y'all what y'all are doing, but we want y'all to help me get my company off the ground." So you mean to tell me they had the nerves to come and say that to y'all?
Yeah, for one, the friendship is there, so that foundation is already there.
So all the myths that we can't work together, I want y'all to debunk it.
Yes, so, out the window. It's out the window.
It's debunked now. So when people say, a lot of times, when back in the 70s, we used to do this. When we used to walk by another brother, we used to do this. Mm-hmm. Y'all used to do that?
Yeah.
Was that just an Elkhart thing, or did y'all do that? And what that meant by was what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it also gave validation that I'm from the same spot that y'all from, right? Yeah. And so when that brother reached out to you guys had to present yourself like, "Hey, we can do this together, and we don't have any egos, and we want the best for you guys because competition breeds what? Success." Yep. So once again, brothers, you guys are sharing some light. If you have brothers and sisters, if you have ever questioned, should you promote somebody else along beside you, these brothers are examples of that. How did you guys feel once you guys did that? How did you guys feel?
Oh, it was a great feeling. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's in our DNA. As we said last time we were on your show, we're here to help. It's not just about us. I would love to see Black Wall Street come back to life. guess what? We're that first step in that Black Wall Street. We're going to do everything
Yes.
we can to build it. So yeah, anything we can do. It's a personal feeling that we all get, that is gratification. The Lord has put us in a position to do these
Man.
things, and our significant others are right behind us, pushing us as well. Hey, get out there and be great. And that's exactly what we're trying to do.
So I have one of the comments. I wasn't gonna put him up, but I want you guys to kind of address it because we ain't afraid of addressing things here on the show, right?
Right.
And they said that FedEx ain't that Negro friendly. First of all, we're not Negroes, we're African Americans.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly of all, you guys speak to the example of why we have to be excellent. I think Martin Luther King said it like this: if you're going to be a janitor, be the best janitor.
Right.
If you're going to be a door holder, be the best door holder, right? If you're going to be a speaker, be the best speaker. If you're going to be a logistics company, be the best logistics company, because guess why? You have other people that are watching you, right? And believe it or not, you guys are opening up doors for other people. You guys are inspiring the next generation. And little do you know, I'm inspired by you guys also. I did not want to keep doing the show. I was like, you know what? Billy and Scott and James, I don't want to keep calling them jokers. I'm tired of them. But guess what? You guys made it available to where, and you made it cool to be able to say, hey, listen, we got the very best coming on the show today. We have the very best. And when you say you have the very best, we cannot run away from that. Just can't run away from it. And yes, we can say that in the African American community, we don't have access. We don't have the resources. We don't have this and we don't have that and we don't have this. Billy said it best. We going to the bank and we going to tell them that this is what we got, but we're prepared. Like what Mr. Byers said, we're prepared. We're not expecting the governor to come out or the mayor to come out and give us a handout. We're going in there like everybody else. We ain't going through the back door. We're going through the front door.
Right.
We're sticking our chest out with our glasses on, our shades on, our dark glasses on, and we're going to go in there and say, hey, listen, this is what we have to offer your bank. And if you guys don't want to deal with us, we'll take our business someplace else. But we are excellent. And so once again, you guys can be celebrated. What was some of the hard points of putting together the business plan?
So, the toughest thing out here in any industry is manpower.
Yeah.
So, and we're in the delivery business. Delivery business needs delivery drivers. So, everybody in the world is hiring. What people aren't realizing that every job is not the proper fits. So it's finding that niche for us, Cepeda, finding that niche of drivers that, want autonomy. They want, nobody looking over their shoulder. They're out on the road. It's freedom. You're not sitting in a stuffy office all day. So finding that niche for us kind of helped solidify our business plan because we're in the delivery business.
Wow. Okay. So when you guys started hiring people, was it very difficult? Did FedEx want to see you? What was some of the requirements that FedEx made for you guys to have? What was some to get involved in that?
So their primary requirements have to be over 21. Then with
21 years old, 21 what?
21 years old, older than 21 and older. And then with both FedEx and Amazon, they require background screenings, drug screenings, and we have, and I totally agree with Scott. Finding people right now is difficult. That's our biggest hurdle. But in the last 60 days, I would say we've onboarded 40 people, and we haven't kept all 40, but we're with the help of our HR, our ops people. We're bringing on people. We're trying to find those out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to work for one of the top logistics companies in the Midwest, you guys need to be giving inboxing me. I'm going to give you their information. They said that that's the hardest thing. Let's make it the easiest thing. If you have a son or a daughter or a kid that's home from college and they want to sit around and watch video games, send them over here to us. We will get them a job. They will make sure that they're taken care of. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You have an opportunity to be a part of a Fortune 5 company in a couple of years, and they're doing it the right way, right in our community. We can no longer say that we don't have success in our community. They're not entertainers. You know, they don't look as good as me. But you know, they're coming in, they're doing it the right way. They're not teaching your kids how to dance. They're not teaching your kids how to do those other things. And we're not criticizing those things. But what we are saying is that you can have your child, or you can come in and work beside your child for a major company that looks like us in our community. There's no reason why our brothers should have a hard time employing our people. We should be knocking down the doors, and it should be a line all the way to California and Vegas to where they should have applications, right? We want to support what we're doing. They're telling you we're hiring. Not only did we create the business, we're also hiring right here in our community. Do you guys have a 1-800 number? How do they get in contact with you guys to put in the application so that we can start promoting what you guys are doing?
I would say the easiest way is to go on our website, wisemenlogistics.com. They can go to our Facebook page and fill out the application. And within 48 hours on a work day, someone will return the call. If they fill out on Friday, it'll probably get returned on Monday or Tuesday. But within a short time frame, either via our website or our Facebook page, we'll get them opportunities of employment.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to get behind this company.
Change the website. That's the E. Wisemen. E.
Okay. Let me change it for them. Once again, they helping me out. So they helping me out. Wise men. Okay.
Hey, Cepeda, I think you said it best, Cepeda. When you think of this type job, I mean, it is ideal for a college kid home for the summer. You can work 3 days. You can work 4 days.
Well, hold up. Once again, y'all hearing the CEO saying this. One of the owners is telling you, this is what we need to tell our young people. If y'all want to get our young people out the street, get them over to Wisemen Logistics.
Oh, man. We're hiring, Cepeda. I'm telling you, I got a son who couldn't wait till he turned 21. He turned 21 March 26th. I'm sorry, he turned 21 April. My wife's looking at me. April 26th.
That's right.
And you know what?
Some logistics going around now.
Yeah. but I'm saying that to say
it's going to be some manufacturing and logistics going on. Some rearranging.
But he is now an employee as of today of Wisemen Logistics.
That's right.
He's an employee. What? He couldn't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Mitch Duncan? Is that his son? Which son is
that? Mitch is our IT support.
Okay. So once again,
Arizona.
So once again, this is what an African American company looks like, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it looks like. We're not perfect. I spelled it wrong. He came in, his IT person was watching the show. That lets us know that they believe in drinking their own Kool-Aid. They believe in drinking their own Kool-Aid because he came in, he showed us what to do. Now he's up and we got him on our show too. So this is how we need to show success. This is what success looks like, ladies and gentlemen. It's not what you see on YouTube or what you see on the TV show. Okay, I know Bill Cosby was a great show. I love Bill Cosby. I loved it myself. But we got some Bill Cosbys right here in front of us. the blueprint on what we should look like and what we should act like and what we are. Okay? I can't ask for a better script than these brothers. They saying, hold up, slow down. If you want your kids to come in and you don't want to pay for them to go to school, guess what? You can come in, they can work during the summer. Okay? Yeah. Secondly, they're saying, hey, listen, not only are we going to start here, but we're not stopping here. That came from one. These are the owners. These are the CEOs. These are the head guys. These are the Facebook presidents of their companies. And they're not asking you to come in. They're telling you to send your kids. We'll take care of them. Yeah. If you got kids that's going to school, all of these brothers went to school. Okay. And if you want to show them how to network with one another, what better way than for them to look at these leaders and say, hey, listen, I want to be like them.
You know, Cepeda, we also got retirees. We got people working for us that have retired and want to get out the house for 2 or 3 days. So it's not just the young kid. I mean, we've got our employees range from 21 and up.
Yeah.
And up. So it just doesn't have to be kids, guys. We've had mother-daughter tandems work for us.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, it just depends what you want.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we got our own logistics. That makes me so proud because I feel like y'all are part of my company now. I feel like I'm a part of WISEMEN Logistics. No longer is it Billy, Scott, Fires. It's Cepeda Jackson right along beside him because when you guys have success, we have success. When you guys win, we win.
We win.
Right. You guys just changed the economic ecosystem in our community. You guys just done that. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's not something that we should take lightly. We need to get behind what you guys are doing. And you guys can't say it, but I will. There's no more excuses for us not to support now. There's nothing that nobody can say. If you're looking for a job and you can't make your ends meet, you need to call WISEMEN Logistics and get a job. Okay? If you're tired of your child cutting up in school and flunking out of college and doing all those other things, send them over to WISEMEN Logistics. Maybe they need that type of inspiration. Mm-hmm. Each one of these brothers have 2 companies, right? Each one of them still have their other companies while they're doing WISEMEN Logistics. So if you want to know how to run your business, keep your job and start another company and create another source of income.
Amen.
Amen.
Don't quit what you're doing. Just add on to what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're going to be about it. So once again, I got some questions here. Everybody's saying congratulations, but I don't want to hear no more congratulations. I want y'all to get y'all kids, get your grandkids, get them onto WISEMEN Logistics, and I want y'all to have them applying for jobs this summer, and so we won't have all this violence in our community.
Amen.
I guarantee you, if they got a job, my grandfather used to tell me, I'm going to work you hard so you won't get in trouble.
Yep.
That's right. That's what he's going to say. You're going to be so tired until you ain't going to be able to have time to do nothing else. Mm-hmm. So once again, we got some questions here. What is some of the future plans for WISEMEN Logistics besides coming onto Cepeda's show and blowing up my show? What are some of the things that you guys would like to see happen going forward? What are some of the things that's going on with WISEMEN Logistics in the future?
So we are also dream protectors. And we're not going to share our dreams until we get them unfolded. So there are other things that are coming, but we're not going to share.
Really, I think that you're trying to set it up to come back on my show again and keep promoting yourself. Man, you know what? I think that's what y'all said the last time. I ain't falling for that. The cavalry is come. The cavalry has came. The ain't no more cattle in the stall now. Okay, ain't no more cattle in the stall. Billy, don't try that. I know y'all.
Well, the last time we were on, what we did say is Amazon was an avenue. It wasn't the end all.
Yeah.
Okay. So next, we had our eyes on FedEx in the logistics business.
Okay, we got a good question. Lamont Perry, he says, what is the startup amount that is needed for Amazon and FedEx? What was the startup capital?
So again, they're two totally different animals. Amazon startup capital is around 30,000. FedEx startup capital is 200,000 plus.
Woo wee! So 30,000 for Amazon, 200 plus for FedEx. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't have that type of cash laying around.
And I'm gonna tell Lamont Perry to call us.
I might have to go get a couple of shoeboxes.
Lamont knows us. Call us, Lamont.
Lamont should have put that question out there. He don't better.
Hey, Lamont Perry got that in his shoebox. Trust me.
Right.
Okay, so Lamont Perry. So once again, we're supporting one another. We have brothers that are successful. You have been on and I'm gonna give Lamont Perry a shout out. If you have looking for insurance, if you've seen some of the big posters out there with a guy on there with a red shirt, that's Lamont Perry. Went to Indiana State University. Give him a shout out. Give him a shout out. Indiana State University. Indiana State University. Indiana State University. I keep saying it. Well, once again, the startup capital, that's a good thing to know, because when we have brothers that are supporting one another, once again, finances. How did you guys come up with that type of cash? Mind me asking.
No, we work with the financial institutions because we didn't want to come off with $200,000 in cash. So we went to, as one guy says, it's better to make money with other people's money.
That's right.
So that's our goal.
Okay, so you guys was able to do that. Now, I'm going to ask a personal question now, okay? And I wish you guys would be a little bit more transparent, because a lot of us struggle with this. How is your spouses supportive in this? How is each one of your spouses supportive? Because we need to understand that your spouse can be a big part of what you do or what you're not doing. So, once again, get her on the show, because she was the one who helped you. You trying to say
right?
You know what, Cepeda? I'm laughing right now because she listening. As soon as you asked that, her face lit up like a Christmas tree. So I said, "Come here, baby. Come on in and give a." But you know, and Billy and JB, I'll let them speak for themselves, but I know the answer. It won't work if your spouse is not your biggest fan.
Stop right there, ladies and gentlemen. So for everybody, male or female, okay, not male or female, if your spouse, if some of these women, they're more, hey, I want to get my own dollars. Some of these men are the same way. But if you are trying to have generational wealth and you are trying to get to the top of the line, these brothers are doing it. How long have you been married, Billy?
26 years. 26
years of success. So he actually knew how to run his marriage before he knew how to run a business.
Yeah, I just said yes to everything.
Yeah, you just said yes, logistics. Yes, logistics. Yes, logistics. Yes, logistics. Scotty Nichols, you got. I know you under. And I say this because a lot of people on our show and a lot of people are out here. We don't actually talk about and celebrate what we do. And what we do is a lot of times we have our spouses who sacrifice for us to do whatever we're doing. And we don't talk about it, but we want the benefit of it, right? So I made it my business to talk about how great the women are that's behind you men.
No doubt.
Sometimes they don't get the recognition. Sometimes they don't, with so much independence today, we don't celebrate working together. It's okay to work together. In our community, it's okay to work together as husband and wife. It's okay to work together as with our children. You said your son came in and started working with the company. My daughters are part of what I do here. I have to answer to her every night when I talk to you guys. So she comes in and gives me criticism every single time. I can't never do it well enough. So, what was you going to say, Billy?
No, I was going to say, how we work well with the women in our lives. We had a meeting with the three of us and our significant others, and they helped us put our 3-year, 5-year plan in place.
So Billy, so y'all work together, all as a group. So this, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'll say it again. This is one of the largest logistic companies in the Midwest, and they're telling you how they did it. They're giving you step by step how they did it. It started in the home. It started with them talking to their spouse. It started with them working together. It started with them having a dream and a vision that they can come together and create something for our community. This is what I've been trying to tell everybody for a long time. It's not about independence, it's about depending on one another. And
No
that's how
doubt.
we have success.
Man.
Mr. Byers.
Well, you know, the significant other really comes into play because that's your support system. That's your sounding board as we're floating balloons up, thought balloons. They're putting more air in that balloon, you know. So it really helps and it makes it easier to come home and for you to really to be open minded and really strategic plan because men and for me personally, I'm a big thinker. I'm this grandiose thinker. I'm all over the place. But it's my significant other that home thing in. She's the detail person. She's saying, okay, you know you're supposed to be on Cepeda's show at 6, okay? You're the pharmacy. You need to get
Ooh,
home. Okay?
thank you, thank you,
Where's
thank
your
you, thank you.
playbook?
Go, Charlotte.
Where's your
I'm a
playbook?
Yeah,
household
go
name
to
now.
playbook.
I'm a household name now. I'm a household name. All right. That's all right.
Yeah, they give us a playbook. We're the quarterbacks, and then
Right.
they write a playbook, and we
Right.
check that playbook every day.
Right. Exactly.
Well, so
You know, Cepeda, it's a family affair. We made that our mission too. That is part of our mission statement. We vacation together. We debate with each other. We think tank with each other. And you know, the proudest moment, you know, anybody that knows me knows the first thing that I'm always going to talk about is my children. And I think that we should talk about our kids, but we got to celebrate that because
Yeah.
we're seeing a lot of bad stuff on the news with these young kids. And it just hit me today, Cepeda, that this morning both my kids got up to go to training. My oldest son got up to go to training because he's about to join me at State Farm. My youngest son got up to go to training because he's coming to work for me at Amazon. So it's just about putting these kids in a position to succeed.
wow.
Amen.
See, did y'all catch what he said? This is generational wealth, ladies and gentlemen. The Calvary ain't coming. This is the magic sauce. This is what we do to help out the next generation. I love what Scott said. He said his kids got up to come and work for him, with him, and beside him.
No doubt.
Is something that you cannot buy. These brothers are putting it on the line. I wouldn't have a problem with sending my son to come to work for Billy Higgins, James Byers, and Scott Nichols. We have to start, we have to get back to that type of mentality. But more so than that, what do you guys think Wise Man Logistics will be? And I know you guys don't want to let all the cat out of the bag, but Billy is my show and I can say what I want. Billy, I want y'all to tell me, where do y'all foresee Wise Man Logistics within the next 5 years?
Hey,
Before we
Billy.
answer that,
I'll go. I'll go
I'm
ahead.
gonna go back. I'm gonna go
Billy can't answer because he don't want to give out no information. I'm
back to
going
what
with James
I said
Byers.
earlier. Picture a ladder. Okay, you
Uh-huh.
got a 40-foot ladder, not a 6, you got a 40-foot ladder. We're on wrong number 2.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we know Cepeda,
we don't,
and that's the fun part.
Yeah.
We
Whoa, okay.
have
every day is
we
an
have
adventure.
no idea.
Every day's an adventure, and every day we get up. Once again, we're all broad-minded thinking people, and we're just looking at opportunities. We're looking at situations. We're looking at our family. We're looking at everything that's around us, trying to figure out where can we best take advantage of the opportunities that are there for us. Because I don't want to leave this earth with a bunch of opportunities that missed. No, I'm taking advantage of every
Wow.
opportunity I can.
Wow. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, We are sitting here talking to the CEOs of WISEMEN Logistics. They are telling us, and ladies and gentlemen, we have to celebrate what we're doing. And I'm not going to say what they're doing because they have said that they are a part of our community. We're not going to detach them from us. They are a part of us, right? And so when I go to the store, I can run into Billy Higgins and I can run into James Byers and Scott Nichols. But more so than that, I feel a part of what they're doing, a part of the movement. There are some things, like they said, they don't know when you're a blazing trail, you don't know exactly what you're going to do. You don't know. Billy was trying to make me work extremely hard, but you don't know. And once again, I was talking to a young lady today, and I was talking about the show, and she was talking about, and I told her I would give her some ups about it, and I told her she lost her daughter. And one of the things that I thought about was when this pandemic happened and the shooting that happened. If we can control our own economics in our own community, we can put out information and we can give to our own non-for-profit organizations to come out with our own drugs, to come up with our own things on how we can heal ourselves, right? And we can start supporting non-for-profits that are doing the things that we want them to do, right? We can start setting up our own tutoring systems on how to become a CEO of a major logistics company. We can start training our schools to say, if y'all don't want to train our kids, we'll train our kids, because guess what? We are doing it, okay? And when they turn 21, they can come and work for us at our institutions because y'all don't want it.
Yeah. So
I know one of the biggest challenge when I got out of school or when I was going to Indiana State, I didn't have nothing lined up. Billy, I didn't have a hoods lined up for me.
Me neither.
Billy said I had to go and start fighting for mine. So I didn't have State Farm looking for me. I didn't have that. So when we create these type of opportunities, Scott, now our kids can have something to look forward to.
Right.
They can say, when I graduate from Indiana State University, I'm going straight to WISEMEN Logistics, and I'm going to contribute my talents and my gifts there. That's what we have to get to, right? Mm-hmm. We can't allow our talent to keep going and working for people who don't appreciate it, right? So I think that we should start working for ourselves and betting on ourselves in our own community. What y'all think?
I agree with you, Cepeda. Sometimes it's easier to become what you can see and touch, versus reading and hearing. So I think that's the opportunity that we're offering not only our family members, but we're offering that to the community too. I love the way you're saying you've got these brothers here trying to uplift the community, and we're offering jobs, competitive pay. Give them a chance. Give them a shot.
Yeah.
See if you like it. I mean, what do you have to lose?
You don't have nothing. Actually, you have everything to gain, because you know why? Because when I go into the fill station, or if I go, I'm gonna be more apt to run into you guys than I am apt to run into Salesforce CEO or president. Right. I'm more apt to run into you guys than I am to run into somebody as a CEO from a logistics company who I've never heard of, Microtex. So once again, it's important that we understand our economic system. You guys are really doing it. I have just 2 or 3 more questions for you guys that came up instant texting me. So one of the things that they asked is there ever a doubt that you guys would fail? Have you guys did that ever creep up in your mind, like, hey, we're on an all-time high? I know Billy don't never think about that because we're competitive. But do you guys ever question yourself? Are we doing
I'll
right?
answer that. No.
Right.
No.
Next question.
Next question.
No. So never question. So once again, when you're betting on yourself, You don't have to look in the rearview mirror. The rearview mirror makes things smaller. You need to look forward so that everything is in front of you,
If
right?
something doesn't work out the way you think it should or should have worked out, you didn't fail. You learned.
Right. Right.
Wow. Okay. So this is coming from the CEOs of a major company. Second question I have is when you guys put together, uh, hire people, what is some of the things that you look for in leadership with your leadership team?
Uh,
Well, go ahead, JB.
I was putting it for you. Go ahead, Scott.
Well, it depends, Cepeda. So a lot of we do it a little different. We're looking for employees initially, and we're looking to grow employees into leaders.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So our management people now who do a phenomenal job for us started as drivers.
All of them started at the bottom.
Yeah.
And our logic is kind of solidifying what you're saying is we hire from the community and then we build our leadership team from within our whole business plan. We're not hiring some person who did it somewhere else and no,
Right.
we're training our people to be leaders. We want you constantly advancing.
Wow. So if
You know,
you
let
if
me
you
let me let me piggyback on what Scott just said. We had I was in the hub Monday. We had just asked the team for feedback, and we had a gentleman walked up to me. Hey man, I didn't turn in my feedback, but this is what I'm thinking. And I sent the text to the team immediately. Great plan. Let's work on this. The kid is probably 25, 26. Instantly, what he was telling me, let's create a mentoring program for drivers to become into management, drivers become into ownership. He wasn't saying in that many words, but what I was hearing, create a plan to come up with a mentoring program for the drivers. And that comes right from our drivers to make our company better and to make them better. They push us, we push them.
Yeah.
wow.
One other key factor in what Bill said, he was at the hub. Our drivers see us
Yeah.
there. We communicate. We know all of them by name personally.
Wow.
So that's the relationship that you have with the ownership group. And anything that you can add that's for the betterment of the company or the betterment of someone else, we're there listening. We're taking it and we're going to figure out how we can best utilize it
Right.
so that we can accomplish that goal of making you better and everyone around you better.
Well, see, and I'm gonna say this in closing. This is their business plan. This is how they put together the best business plan possible. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you win. This is how a company of this stature actually starts to win because they have their ear to what the community is saying. They have their ear to what what everybody is saying involved around them. Do you have one last question? Do you have to be 21 or over to work there? Was looking for a summer job for my son who is 14 to keep him out of trouble and from making poor decisions by being home bored.
Yeah. Yeah. What a great post from
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see I can't see her name, but what a great
Lakeisha
question.
lately.
Yeah, what a great question, Lakeisha. You do have to be 21 to be employed by FedEx or Amazon. But what a wonderful question that is.
But Lakeisha, if hopefully I'm again pronouncing it correctly, make sure you send Cepeda your son's information. We know other business owners. You don't have to be 21 to work. To a friend of mine owns 3 barbershops. He can go clean up in those barbershops. There's so many angles you can approach to make sure we keep young men out of the streets this summer.
Okay.
Lakeisha, have them call me too, as I own a State Farm Insurance agency and my property that the building sits on. I always hire Ben Davis kids to come clean the property up, from blowing trash. So like Billy said, there's some things we can help you help him with for sure.
So I got a question, and y'all say y'all get questions from employees, but I want to be a partner. How can we start this mentoring program for some kids to become CEOs through your company? Do you guys have any mentoring programs for our youth that's in our school system?
We don't actually have it in place yet. That conversation took place on Monday. We're going to develop it. We will have a mentoring program in place. But until then, if someone's looking to be mentored, give us a call, give us an email, get on our website, get on our Facebook page. We're open like a book. As Scott and JB always say, we're more than a P&L statement.
Wow. So once again, if you have your son or daughter, give us a call. We can mentor them. Okay. And I'll put myself out there too. We'll mentor them. We'll show them the ropes. This is a Fortune 2 company. Now y'all was Fortune 5. Now y'all on my show. Now y'all Fortune 2. So once again, I'm sure that they're going to come back on my show. The next time they come back on my show, we're going to talk about some mentoring things that y'all are doing. Give us a call. We're going to be talking about some mentorship. I'm going to be able to post a lot of the stuff that they're doing in the future on my show, on my Facebook Live. We're going to make sure that we are giving back to the community, not just in words, but we're also going to give back in deeds. Any closing remarks, brothers?
Well, first of all, thank you, Cepeda, once again for allowing me to come on your show. Such a wonderful platform you have here, and such great work you're doing in the community. I really appreciate it, and we look forward to doing more things as well as with the community.
I just want to reiterate what James just said. Thank you for your platform. Thank you for what you're doing in the community. Continue to educate our community, and as the water rises, everybody's boat will rise.
Scott.
Ditto, fellas. There's nothing else to add besides thank you, Cepeda.
All right. So once again, ladies, just stick around for a second, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be starting some mentoring programs. I will keep you guys on the front page of that. If your child is looking, they're going to college, they need opportunity with the adults, 21 or older. Give them a call. Go on to logistics.com. WISEMENlogistics.com. They're going to give your child an opportunity to work. If they're not 21 or under, give me a call, give Scott a call. We'll make sure that we can get them in someplace to where they can be working, where it's not back-breaking labor. We're going to challenge them to think, challenge them to be better, keep them out of trouble. So we're going to do that. Also, just a side note, we are in the process of starting a campaign to where we want to help 100 people to become homeowners before December the 31st. So if you are trying to buy a home, make sure that you give me a call, inbox me. We want to get you pre-approved. We're going to be having a homeowners seminar on June the 4th, Saturday. Follow me on Facebook. You're going to be getting some more information. We're going to be able to pre-approve you right there on the spot. Once again, in line with generational wealth. You got a business that you need to go get a job. You go call Wiseman Logistics. But we want to help 100 people become homeowners before December 31st. So starting June the 4th, that's going to be our kickoff date. But we want to have 100 people in the homes, generational wealth, not renting before December 31st. And with them doing what they're doing, we got to get a job. You can get a job at Wiseman Logistics so you can pay for this home. So once again, thank you, brothers, for coming out. Thank you. When you guys start your mentoring program or our hedge fund, we want to make sure that Mr. Byers is going to head that up for us, and we want to help these kids go to college. But on a serious note, we want to, and I promised her that I would tell you guys to do this, right? As you guys are starting successful, we want to support a non-for-profit organization that I'm going to support myself. So it's a non-for-profit that deals with cancer, cure for cancer. It's a cancer that most people don't know about. And I told her, and it just broke my heart. Like I said, with my wife dying of COVID and not really having the proper treatment, I said, listen, these brothers were more than willing be coming out there. So I'm putting y'all out there in a big way. So I'm going to shoot that over there to you guys. I'm going to send you her information so that we can all support that. Okay, it's for cancer. So it's a African American institution, and she has a non-for-profit 501c3. All of that. We want to make sure we support that. But brothers, I thank you for allowing me to share this opportunity with you guys. Till next time, and you guys coming out once again, ladies and gentlemen. WISEMEN Logistics, Amazon, FedEx. 2 years, over $1 million contract. That is in our community. I hate losing. So today we celebrate the win. These brothers have done it again. Billy, you can't come back no more. So you can't come back. So no, anytime, you know you're welcome. Thank you for using this platform to make the biggest announcement in our community. WISEMEN Logistics, FedEx, Amazon. You see these brothers, salute them, send your kids there to get a job, call me back. I'm sending y'all the invoice. The Calvary ain't coming, the creek is rose, the levee has given way. It's up to us to save us. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, generational wealth. I know we was going to be talking about simple interest, compound interest, and payday loans, but I think we went over today. I think this was more important. Hey, we got some brothers out here that's doing it. If you are looking for an opportunity, bring your talents to WISEMEN Logistics. LeBron went to South Beach. Bring your talents to WISEMEN Logistics. If you got a kid that just graduated from college, they just had their graduation, you need to bring your talents to WISEMEN Logistics. If you got sales skills, bring your talents to Mad Capital Investment Group. But bring your talents to WISEMEN Logistics. We celebrate them. Thank you for coming on the show tonight. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Calvary ain't coming. The creek is rose. The levee is giving way. It's up to us to save us now. We must begin to bet on ourselves. Till next time, keep betting on yourself. WISEMEN Logistics was in the house tonight.
Thanks.
See you later.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cepeda.
No problem.